Good evening, everyone, and welcome on back to the channel. Hope that you're having a lovely day, a lovely afternoon, especially in the hours leading up to Thanksgiving over here in the US. And I figured, you know what better way, what fun way to to celebrate the oncoming holiday than to do a tier list. So today we're going to be ranking the top Thanksgiving foods, meals, portions, etc., everything. We're going to go through this list here. It's about 50 foods here that we're going to dive into and ranking them from best to worst, from top to bottom. Let you know what's the best thing and what's the worst things. In case you haven't seen a tier list, it starts at rank S. S is the top tier. You can't get better than that. That is perfect. That is delectable. That is delicious. That is and then it just goes down from there into A tier. Still good, of course. B tier, it's fine. C tier, I don't prefer it. And then D tier just needs to be out of here. Just needs to go. Doesn't deserve a place here whatsoever. So today we're going to go ahead and do that. Hope that you guys enjoy this fun little video just in the run up into Thanksgiving here. And I hope that you guys have a lovely Thanksgiving as well with your families and friends, or even just by yourself. You don't need anybody. Don't need no one. Let's dive in. The first one that we have here is very interesting. You got a red velvet cake. We're starting off with dessert. So, okay, that's fine. That's a thing. So red velvet cake, here's the thing. It's red velvet cake. You can't not like it, right? You would never put this in D or C tier. You like red velvet cake. But relative to all the different types of cakes that you have, I mean, red velvet cake, is it really gonna, to me, like it's a B cake. It's a B cake because it's good, but it's not my favorite cake. I'd rather a carrot cake, a cheesecake, something like that. You know, red velvet is fine. It's not bad, but it's just okay. So I think for right now, we'll put that in the B tier. Biscuits. Now, when it comes to biscuits, it's a good time. And there's so many different things you can do with biscuits. I mean, obviously you got gravy. You could put just simplify it, a little butter on it. But a biscuit, I think, is like, when it comes to the bread staples at a Thanksgiving meal, a biscuit, you're in for a good time. I would love to have biscuits in the A tier. Yes, please, more. Dinner rolls. So we're moving through the bread here on the table. We're breaking bread. And with dinner rolls, I put dinner rolls behind biscuits. They're good though. They're still good, especially nice homemade ones, fresh out the oven. I don't think you can really beat that. Dinner rolls, I'm going to put in B tier ahead of the red velvet cake. Now we get to the King's Hawaiian rolls. These are the rolls that no matter where you go, what party, what holiday, what family gathering, all of them, someone will bring by default some Hawaiian rolls. And I'll tell you, I actually don't really enjoy Hawaiian rolls. They're not really for me. I do think the sweetness is a little nice in there, but besides that, it just doesn't measure up, especially when compared to biscuits or dinner rolls. I can do without the King's Hawaiian. So I personally put the King's Hawaiian in C, but it's going to probably be a high C because I don't hate it. It's just I would never choose to have it. Crescent rolls. Are crescent rolls, do people make crescent rolls for Thanksgiving? I don't. Listen, everyone has their own little tradition, right? But crescent rolls, I think they're good. I think they're fine. I would never in my life put them above biscuits. I wouldn't put them above dinner rolls. But they're fine. I'd put them in an end of B kind of situation there. That's where the crescent roll begins and ends. I do like the little shape, the little texture that you get out of it. That's a nice bite, right? Brussels sprouts. You know, some foods have a reputation before them, and then you have it, you try it, and you're like, oh, this is actually much better than what they're known for. It exceeds your expectations and everything, exceeds the stereotype. When it comes to Brussels sprouts, it don't do that. Brussels sprouts, comfortably, heartily, end up in the D tier. There doesn't matter how you make them. Roast them, bake them, fry them, chocolate glaze them. Just no thank you. I don't like them. Even in my adult life, and when I occasionally have it, it's not for me. Not my thing. Bye-bye. Butternut squash. So it looks like that's a soup, this butternut squash. I've never had it, so I can't rank it. So I'm just gonna leave that there, but it does look cool. It sounds interesting, like a little vegetable soup. Sounds like it'd be nice. Seems kind of creamy as well. Cranberry sauce. Now I see here the next two choices. We have two. Cranberry sauce, like handmade, kind of fresh, and then the canned jellied cranberry. And I think actually Pam over on the Discord, you're making some cranberry sauce, some fresh cranberry sauce. Now, I'm gonna break tradition a little bit. I'm gonna bend the rules for a moment. Fresh cranberry sauce is good, no doubt. I'm not a cranberry person in general, so neither of these will rank very highly for me. But for fresh cranberry sauce, I'll put it in the C. For jellied cranberry sauce, I'm gonna put it in the C as well, but ahead. I know. I'd rather take the canned over the fresh. But same thing. It will not be something that is on my plate personally. But it's fine. It's just not for me. But if I do have to choose one, you cooks are going to come after me, but I got to go with the canned. Green bean casserole is something that I don't really eat a lot. I've probably had it less times than my fingers. I don't remember it being bad. I don't remember loving it though. It didn't make a huge impression, but I don't remember it being bad or anything like that. I'd probably put that above the jellied cranberry and the C tier, because I can see myself having that a little bit. Now here's where we hit our first speed bump. Here's where we get... Here's where the comments start to come in. Because roast turkey, listen, turkey is the heart, the mainstay, the symbol, the icon of Thanksgiving. However, I don't believe that it's the best meat that is representative of the holiday. Turkey is completely fine, especially a roast turkey. It's completely fine, but it's not a huge ranker for me. But I also feel like every time I go to a place and have Thanksgiving dinner, I have to have a slice of turkey because you have to, right? But I don't love it. I'm gonna get one slice because I'm like, okay, I gotta have it. But then after that, I'm like, oh, I don't want it anymore. So roast turkey, actually, I'm gonna put it at the bottom of B because I'm gonna have it, but it's not a high ranker for me. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do much for me. Is this cornbread? That was Rice Krispie treats. Some people are having Rice Krispie treats. Okay, hey, okay. No, but looks like cornbread to me. So I'm not a huge corn person in general, but a good cornbread is pretty good. Even though, same thing, I'm not gonna have a lot of it. I might have half of a square, but a cornbread, a good one, and there is a big difference between good and bad cornbread. A good one, we can dance with. We can dance with. We can take to the moon for a moment. So, but once again, it's not something I'm gonna regularly eat. It's just not one of my favorite things. So I'm gonna put this behind the turkey on the B. I think that's where it belongs. Corn on the cob, if I am going to approach corn in any sort of way, I would probably say that corn on the cob is going to be my preferred method of handling and eating corn. Especially if you dress it up just a little bit. Honestly, I don't need the dressing, but if I'm going to dress it up, yeah, we can dance with that too. So corn on the cob, I would actually put above the turkey. Controversial, I know. But I gotta say it. I gotta be true to myself on it. Spinach. Spinach is a vegetable. This much is true. It is the one of the few vegetables that ever since me being a kid has stuck with me growing up. I loved spinach when I was a kid, and I love spinach now. It is one of my favorite things to eat, especially steamed, just personally. And spinach, I think, ranks pretty highly. I love it. It's a great time. Put a little salt. Put in the S. Spinach. Give me some of that Popeye. Yeah. Now, you know how you may have an idea. You may have a meal. You may have a recipe. Something. It's yours. You have it. You know how to make it. You go the distance. Then you have that friend that comes over and says, hey, you should add this. Hey, you should do this. You should change this. And you do it. And now the result has been diminished. Now the quality has been lowered. And you're like, why did I take that extra step? Why did I do that? That, my friends, is what cream spinach is to me. Cream spinach, you didn't have to, but you chose to, and we're all worse for it. You don't need to do that. Cream spinach, it's not for me. It's not my thing. I don't see a purpose for it. It just doesn't need to exist. Cream spinach can go down here in the D. Sorry. The original was good, but you made the sequel. You lost some of the actors. You replaced some of them. you lost your writers. And that's what happens. You end up with cream spinach. Asparagus is something I've eaten in my adult life. And I don't love it, but it's okay. But I'm never going to choose to have it. So I will put asparagus probably here in the C. Above the... Actually, I'm going to even put it below the jelly cranberry. Because I think I'd rather have the cranberry than the asparagus. Because asparagus is fine, but it's like a necessity thing. But I don't really want it. Creamed corn. I already said I wasn't a huge fan of corn, but once again, you've taken the original. It's fine. You've made the sequel. Did I love it as much? No, but I still think it's cool. And then now we're here on the threequel. Creamed corn. That just sounds... No. Goodbye. Goodbye. No. Looks like baby barf. We have two kinds of gravy coming up. We have white gravy and brown gravy. Now, you guys know. You already know. Where am I going to put the white gravy? Where is it going? You know the white gravy has to go next to the biscuits. You gotta put it with the biscuits. Biscuits and gravy, I only had it in my adult life, but man, when I first had it, scent. So biscuits and gravy, the combination hits every single time. Brown gravy, where's that gonna go? Brown gravy? You gotta put it next to the turkey. You know why? Because this turkey right here would be inedible personally without a little bit of gravy on it. Just put a little bit of that brown, slightly clearish liquid on there. Now that would actually elevate the roast turkey up a few steps. It would. The pairing goes up a few steps, but we'll leave it as it is for now. Brown gravy makes everything better, including the other meats that you might dive into later on as well. Spiral ham. Remember how I said that the main meats, the main bird, the main animal of Thanksgiving should be replaced? Found it. Found the substitute. Spiral ham needs to replace turkey as the main thing. I know. Usually it's an adjacent, and then in Christmas you have a Christmas ham. Nah, ham just needs to be both places. Ham just needs to be ham. It goes ham. Ham, S tier. Love it, especially a spiral ham. You got the slices wrapped around the bone. You pull it right off. I'm getting hungry thinking about all this. That's good. Regular ham. Regular ham's good too. If I'm going to prefer, I take a spiral. But a regular ham is fine with me as well. I would put that in a A tier. I like a ham. Ham is a great time. Smoked turkey. That's just a roasted turkey again. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I know it's not the same thing, but it's the same thing. You know, a smoked turkey, I probably put it a little bit ahead of a roast turkey, but it's kind of, I'm still going to put gravy on it. Or maybe barbecue sauce, depending on how it's smoked and everything. I don't know. Turkey is turkey, right? I see two things here. Mac and cheese. By the way, are you still watching, or did you already go off and eat something? Are you still here? Did you leave? Mac and cheese. So we have two types of mac and cheese here. We have the original, and then we have the baked. These are going to be two different places that these are going to be located in. Mac and cheese is a good time, and I'm not talking the blue box. I'm talking like mac and cheese. It's a great time. Enjoy it. Yes, please, mommy. I like it. Let's go ahead and put that in the A tier. It's a great time. Cheesy, delicious, filling, rich. Your chest hurts after eating it. Baked mac and cheese. From the moment I could think, my aunt every year makes a wicked baked mac and cheese. And you know when you got that baked mac and cheese and it's sitting there in the pan, and you know, you take a spoon or a fork and just on the top of that crust, when you hear a little bounce back, when you hear a little sound back when you tap the top of that crust, you know it's ready. You know it's a good time. The crust makes all the difference in that baked mac and cheese. And especially when you scoop from the corners and the sides. Mac and cheese, baked. Bake me up, daddy. Right there. Go to S. Go to Thanksgiving heaven where you belong. That's where you go. Mashed potatoes. I see that we have 3 variations of potatoes here. Mashed, baked potato, and then a sweet potato. Out of these 3, mashed potatoes is probably going to be my lowest ranked. Even though I do not hate mashed potatoes, I'll very rarely choose to have it. It's just so carb heavy, and I feel like I'm not getting what I want out of it. I feel like I'm not satisfied eating mashed potatoes. It's just kind of there, but it's good. So I'm gonna probably put this in the B tier. I put it above the turkey. Oh yeah, that's fine. A baked potato. See, now we're getting into these variations, right? I don't see French fries on here, but the baked potato, you could have it simply as it is. Maybe a sliver of butter on there to melt in there. But then you put on all the fixings. You put in the sour cream. You put in the cheese. You put in whatever else you want, some bacon bits or so. And now you've taken the baked potato and just sent it to a stratosphere, unbeknownst to you before. A baked potato has to go above the mashed. As a matter of fact, a baked potato, I'd probably put right in here in B. I know it sounded like I really hyped it up, right? I still like it. It's just, once again, I don't usually eat baked potatoes that much. But I feel like I'm getting more worth out of it for what I'm eating rather than just mashed potatoes. However, there was one left, and this one left is arguably the best potato of them all. I'm talking the sweet potato, my friends. I'm talking the sweet potato. Now that's a potato. Same thing applies. I can eat that plain. I can eat it mashed. You slice that baby down the middle, butter, once again, little brown sugar, little cinnamon. Now that's going somewhere. The sweet potato goes in high A. High A. Matter of fact, nope, skip to S. Collect 200, skip to S. Love a baked potato. And I gotta tell you, my S tier right now, it's making me a little hungry. Green beans. So here's another childhood thing. I ate green beans growing up, and it is another one of my favorite kind of vegetables. But we always ate the green beans that were just straight out the can, and I really like that. I really like that. So the fresh one, as you see picture here, it's fine. Like, it's cool. But it's not my preferred method of the green bean, but I think it's okay. So with the green beans here, I'm going to put this, it's going to go in B. I'd probably put it above the mashed potatoes here, right behind the corn. I think that's a good place for it. That's where I'm feeling. Peas. I want you to be honest with me. When was the last time you had peas? I know there's things you can do with them now. I know. But I not only can I not remember the last time I had peas, I can't remember the last time I enjoyed peas because it is not for me. Peas are not my thing. Peas, go down here. I would put it below Brussels sprouts. Yep. Gotta go down. I'm sorry. Peas are not for me. Cabbage, on the other hand, another vegetable I've grown up with, and cabbage, I love it. Cabbage is a good time. That's really, really good. I haven't had it in a long time because my grandma used to make it, but I haven't had it since she passed. So I haven't had it, but I do remember really enjoying it. So cabbage, I'd probably put in the high B, right above the dinner roll, because that sounds about right. Cabbage is really good. Fried oyster mushrooms. Fried oyster mushrooms. Is that oysters or mushrooms? Fried oyster mushrooms. What is that? Not mushrooms. What's fried oyster mushrooms? Vegan fried chicken? Is that what it is? Tastes like chicken? Fried mushrooms and a crunchy coating. It tastes just like fried chicken? So it's just mushrooms. So is an oyster mushroom like it's a type of mushroom? Okay, I didn't know. I've never had it, obviously, because I don't even know what it is. So I can't say it. It sounds good. It sounds like it'd be really tasty. I mean, it's fried. It's fried, so, you know. But it sounds like it'd be really, really good. So I'm going to leave that one there. Deviled eggs. I love eggs, guys. Eggs. Eggs is eggs. I love eggs. However, I can tell you off the top of my head, there's two forms of eggs that are not for me. Hard-boiled and deviled eggs. As much as I love eggs, I just cannot do deviled eggs. I gotta put it in the D. I gotta put it in the D. I guess I'll put it in the high D just because it's still eggs, but I don't like it. I hate the smell of deviled eggs and hard-boiled eggs. I do. Fried turkey. If you're gonna make a turkey, I guess it's the best way you can make it and make it seem a little bit more special, right? I mean that's good. I'd rank this the best out of the turkeys, but it's still turkey. You can't hide who you are. You jive turkey. You're still a turkey. So even though a fried turkey is fine, it's good, and it's the best out of the types of turkeys, it ain't going past that. It ain't going past that. What is this down here? It looks like collard greens, I think that is. I think that's collard greens there in the picture now. So growing up, I had collard greens, of course, but it wasn't something I really enjoyed that much until this just snap moment. I started really enjoying collard greens. It's still not like a favorite. It's not something I'd have all the time, but I do like a little bit of that bitterness in the greens there. So I would probably stick this right alongside the corn and the cob. I think that's a good pairing. Collard green. Haven't had that in a long time as well, alongside the cabbage. So that's good. I like that. Wine. just straight wine. It's just straight wine. I'm not a huge wine person. As a matter of fact, I'm not a wine person in general. I rarely drink wine, and if I do, I prefer whites, but I really don't drink wine. Last time I drank wine was probably, I don't know, maybe a year ago or something. It's been a long time. So it's not really for me, but I enjoy it when paired with certain things here. So I'd stick it like in the end of B, because it's fine. I guess you have to drink something besides water. Cider spiced. A nice like glass of cider is good. I'm not gonna sit there and drink it or anything, but like a nice little glass just to kind of not take the edge off. It's not a shot of whiskey, but like just to get a little bit of that spice in you. I think that's good. I think that's fair. So I feel very comfortable putting it alongside the wine just as drinkables, you know? Is this the Welch's sparkling juice or whatever? It's fine. I mean, it's wine for children, you know? It's wine for children. That's fine. I'll put it right there in the B. It's good. Yeah. If I have to drink something and it's there, I'll drink it. Why not? Roasted veggies. So roasted veggies is fine, but here's the thing I'm thinking. I'm looking at my list right now, and I'm looking at the vegetables I do have, and would I ever choose roasted veggies over spinach? No. Would I choose it over cabbage? No. Would I choose it over collard greens? No. Would I choose it over green beans? No. Would I choose it over asparagus? Yes. And so with that being decided, it goes here after asparagus because I don't love roasted veggies. I eat them when I have to, but it's not something I'm ever looking forward to. Stuffing. I didn't have stuffing until like a few years ago probably, and it was quite the revelation just how good this made everything. Stuffing. Here's the thing. I would love to take this stuffing and stuff it next to the turkeys because it's stuffing and turkey. It just works, right? But stuffing is just good. So it doesn't deserve to be next to these guys in the B tier. I feel like the stuffing actually belongs at the end of A tier because stuffing is good. And like when paired with these turkeys, it could bring those turkeys up into A tier as well. But that ain't happening today. That ain't happening now. The turkeys, you stay where you are. Stuffing, come with me through the line. I'll move the red velvet rope for you. Come on through backstage. I got your ticket right here. Sausage stuffing? Never had it. But it sounds good. I've never had sausage stuffing. Not in my life. And with that, my friends, we arrive. We arrive. Sweet potato casserole. For the past 2 weeks, I don't know where this bug came in. I don't know where this craving came in. you already see that I really enjoy sweet potatoes. But there has been this craving, this desire, this gluttonous want for sweet potato casserole. Matter of fact, I called my mom yesterday and asked her if she could make me some. I did not grow up eating or liking sweet potatoes or sweet potato casserole, but in the last few years I had it. The marshmallows on top, some nuts on there as well, to give it a little bit of a little crust. The soft, sweet underbelly of the potato itself, diving into the casserole. Guys, sweet potato casserole. Not only are you invited to the club, you're ahead of the line. You're in front of everybody. You're dancing on stage, looking at the audience of A, B, C, and D tier people. You're up there. You enjoy that spot, sweet potato casserole, dancing on stage. You're the audience member that was holding up a sign to the guitarist saying, "Let me play guitar for one song," and the guitarist said, "Get up here." And you played that guitar. Sweet potato casserole is not to be messed with. What the heck are booty noodles? What's a booty noodle? I have never heard. Is that a thing? I gotta Google that, guys. I've never heard. What kind of noodles are you eating? I'm scared. I'm scared to type that in. Okay, that is definitely not what I. Let me close this window. Let me close this window. I don't know what that is. So I'm gonna leave that alone for now. While I leave that alone, my cat wants to come in, so I'm gonna let the cat in really quick while we finish this, because that's scary. That's scary. Come on, baby. Okay. Let's move on. Let's move on in the tier list here, because the booty noodle thing's scary. Potato salad? Not for me. It's not for me. I don't like potato salad. I'm not into like those cold salads like potato salad, macaroni salad. It's not my thing. I've tried it once again as a more open-minded adult, and it's just not for me. So potato salad, I prefer it to many of these things. I'll put it in the D, but it's at the beginning of D, so it's not the worst thing. Pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie is that dessert that, once again, it's a staple, and I enjoy it more than I used to when I was a kid. However, it's not like this is a careful line I have to tread on this one, because it's not something that, like, if there's a choice, a spread of desserts, it's not my first thing, but I'll probably have a small slice of it, especially with a little whipped cream or ice cream or something. I'm probably gonna have it. It just might not be my first dessert. And as such, I do think it belongs in the high B. That's a high B for me. Candied yams. It's another way of saying sweet potatoes in a different way. I can't recall if I've had candied yams, though. I gotta be honest, I don't know if I've actually had that. I would love to try it, but I don't think I've had it, so I can't properly and honestly rank it. Apple pie, everyone loves apple pie, except me. Out of all the different pie types, out of all the desserts that you're gonna have at the Thanksgiving table, apple pie I will pretty much never go for. It's the most basic and boring of pies, and I'm not denying that I've had some splendid apple pies, but it's out of everything, I'm probably not going to go for it, especially when pumpkin pie is on the table or other types of cakes and pies are on the table. Now, would I have an apple pie above the red velvet? No, but I don't hate an apple pie. I don't hate it. I'll put it right behind it. I'm okay with that. Let me let my cat out here really quick. All right. Now, the cat is out of the bag, and let's finish out the list with pecan pie, or some pecan pie, depending on where you're at. You know what? I need to try more of it. I don't feel like I can properly rank it. I'm abstaining. Because I've had it, but I've had it like twice in my life and not recently. So I don't feel like I can judge it because I barely remember the taste of it. I would love to try some though. Sounds like a good time. Sounds like a good time. As you can see, I need to expand my Thanksgiving game. so I need to try a few more things. Sweet potato pie. We've already talked about sweet potatoes. I love sweet potatoes. Now here's the thing. I would rather have pumpkin pie to sweet potato pie. But I like sweet potato in like all these other different ways. But like the sweet potato casserole, that's basically a dessert, right? Like that's basically a dessert. So I'm not gonna get a sweet potato pie because I stuffed myself on the casserole. So I like it, but I would put it behind a pumpkin pie. I'd actually put it right here. Right there. That's where I'd put the sweet potato pie. Matter of fact, I'd put it one less. I would put it one less because, like I said, I'm gonna have the casserole. I don't need the pie. A peach cobbler, though. Oh, and they even included the scoop of ice cream, guys. Oh, a peach cobbler. Oh, that's good. A peach cobbler's good. You can't be mad at that. Is it my favorite dessert? No. But is it up there? Yeah. You gotta put it. You can't go below B on this one. You gotta go into the A tier of that. I put it right here. I put it right there. A peach cobbler. There's something about peach and pie. There's something about a peach and pie. And if you add in like ice cream. And then finally, banana pudding. Oh, you're killing me. You're killing me, guys. Because I'm allergic to bananas. I can't eat bananas. However, before I became allergic through a wild accident when I was in my 20s, and this is true, I used to make banana bread, banana pudding, all that stuff. Banana was one of my favorite flavors to work with. So, even though I can't eat it, I do like it. I do really like banana pudding. And especially if you put the those cookies that are on there, the wafers or whatever those things are called. That's really good. While I can't eat it, I would put banana pudding right there behind pumpkin pie. So, this is my final tier list. This is the ending. Let's just go over it really quick. I'm not going to look at every single thing here, but am I comfortable with the S tier? Sweet potato casserole, the spiral ham, the baked mac and cheese, the spinach, and the sweet potato. 110%. I want all those things when I am having Thanksgiving dinner. I'm looking for them. When I walk in, I'm looking at the table. And if I don't see any of these things lined up, I'm out. A tier, biscuits with the gravy, peach cobbler for dessert, ham again, mac and cheese stuffing. Once again, these are things that I am actively looking for, and if not, I'm making a mental checklist in my mind, and my night will not be satisfied until I have all those things in the checklist. The pumpkin pie, the banana pudding, the cabbage, the dinner rolls. Yeah, the velvet cake, sure. Sweet potato pie, Corn, yep, belongs right there. I'm pretty happy with this list. And then the bottom here, green bean casserole, the cranberry sauce. These are things I'm probably not going to have. If I see tables with these things, and only these things, I'm out. I'm looking for an alternative place to go to. However, if we're clicking a lot of the things up here in the top, we're having a really good time. A really good time. Yeah. I'm happy with this list. I'm happy. I'm settled. I'm satisfied. However, it's not about me. Let me know your list. You can link it down below if you want. Well, I don't know, because YouTube sometimes messes with links and stuff like that. But you can at least let me know your favorite Thanksgiving dish, like typical Thanksgiving dish you're looking forward to. Your least favorite. Do you love sweet potato in general as much as me? Or do you hate and despise sweet potato? Or do you love Brussels sprouts, creamed corn, deviled eggs? And you want to argue with me in the comments, that's okay too. Do you believe that turkey should be replaced and upended by the usurper, ham? I don't know. I might be behind ham in that rebellion. So I would love to hear your thoughts, your feelings on these flavors. Once again, I wish you all a very, very happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for being here. Not only with me, obviously, on this video, but on the channel in general and following me for however long you followed me. I really appreciate you. I know. Did you get through this video starving? Did this video make you hungry? Because I'm telling you right now. Oh, I'm telling you right now. I'm looking at this list and I'm like, oh. Anyways, have a great rest of your night. Have a great day out there on Thanksgiving. And thank you so much for being here. Please enjoy the rest of your evening. And I will talk to you later. Bye.